let's video. Hi, I'm Rebecca from DevourDinner.com, and today we're going to be making Hawaiian meatballs and weenies in the Instant Pot. This recipe is so quick. It cooks in no time. It's a dump and go type of recipe. You're going to love it. This recipe can be served as an appetizer. Just grab some of those cocktail toothpicks and you can pick at them and enjoy them. That's how my boys love it. Or you can serve it over rice. There's plenty of sauce that makes that rice so yummy and delicious. It's fantastic. So let's get started on making them. First, you need the ingredients. The ingredients are so simple. All right, we're going to use some of these cocktail meatballs. So these are the small ones. All right, we're gonna use about 32 of them. You can add in a few more, a few less, whatever you want, but keep in mind, this recipe gets eaten up and it reheats really well, so don't worry if you have extras. It'll be perfect, I promise. Then you're going to want 1 package of these cocktail weenies. The recipe also calls for some of the pineapple chunks. Go ahead and drain it. Reserve that juice because we're going to use the juice as the thin liquid to pressure up the pressure cooker. Now you can also use water. And then finally, we're going to use some apricot preserves. We're going to mix that with your favorite barbecue sauce for our sauce on top. Spectacular. Okay, are you ready to dive in? Because I sure am. And this recipe is quick. If you have a teenager, let them make it. This is a perfect recipe for them. They can't mess it up. And it's so fun to get them involved. All right, let's dive in. Okay, these corners are like supposed to be able to like pull open, but I'm gonna tell you, they don't. Okay, they make you all mad trying to do it. Seriously. All right, this is a dump and go recipe. I'm going to dump the meatballs. There's about 32 of them right inside the pot. Then we'll dump the whole package of the little smokies right in there. We always need our thin liquid to help pressure up the pressure cookers. So I'm going to use the reserved pineapple juice from the pineapple, but you can also use just water, totally fine. I'm just gonna pour that on top and then we'll close the lid. Make sure you close the vent valve in the back to the closed and locked position so that your pressure cooker is ready to go. We're going to set this for 0 minutes. I know that sounds crazy, but use your plus and minus keys to adjust it down to 0. If you have one of the newer Instant Pots, you won't be able to go down to 0. Leave it at 1 minute, it'll be fine. We'll also be doing a quick release. And if you're new to pressure cooking, remember, once you have set the time, it'll take just a moment, but your pressure cooker will beep a couple of times, like 3 little small beeps. That's just letting you know that the pressure cooker is accepting those readings and it's going to start heating up this bottom element to heat up that thin liquid, the water or the pineapple juice, and so it can come to a boil, create steam. Steam creates pressure, and pressure will seal off the top and pressure cook those weenies and meatballs. While you're waiting for those meatballs and weenies to pressure up and cook, we can go ahead and make the sauce. The sauce, seriously, Finn, here we go. Who likes Finn? Give me a thumbs up if you love Finn and his barking and complaining in the background, because I so need it. Mixing up the sauce for the Hawaiian meatballs is so quick. It's only 2 ingredients. We're gonna use your favorite barbecue sauce. Today I'm using the Sweet Baby Ray's. The flavor I've chosen is the hickory and brown sugar. You might also like the honey barbecue flavor as well, but choose whatever barbecue sauce your family loves. We're gonna combine it with some apricot preserves. It's about 1/2 cup and a cup of barbecue sauce. You're noticing I'm just kind of eyeballing it. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. So if you use a little bit more preserves, make sure you use a little bit more of the barbecue sauce. And then we're just gonna mix it up. If my boys knew that there were apricot preserves in this recipe, I guarantee you they wouldn't eat it, just because they thought they didn't like it. But because it's mixed into the barbecue sauce, and then it's going to be poured all over the hot meatballs and weenies and stirred up, they don't know. What they do know is it tastes fabulous and they love it. Go ahead and open up the pressure valve to release the pressure. It's called a quick release. Make sure that your pressure cooker is away from your cabinets or any overhead light fixtures because all that steam will hit it. So move it away, open the pressure valve and let that steam come out. Then you can open up the lid. Now, of course, a lot of extra steam is going to come out. A little fun tip for you. In the lid of your Instant Pot, the little lid has this square notch. It will fit into the handles. This is wonderful because all the condensation from inside of the lid will run down and catch in your little cup behind, secure it. It's a great place to put it because it's hot and it's out of the way. Now, we will need to drain the liquid from the meatballs and weenies. So take your liner out, drain the liquid, and come right back to this point. Once you've drained the liquid, go ahead and add that sauce. We're just gonna pour the sauce right on top. And then let's add those pineapple chunks. I do prefer using the pineapple chunks over the tidbits. The tidbits get lost, and it's hard to pick up a tidbit with a toothpick. But if you are serving this as a meal with rice, then the tidbits work perfectly. Let's just give it a stir. You can also turn your Instant Pot onto saute, which will help caramelize up the barbecue sauce mixture, and it's wonderful. Make sure to give it a good stir. Get everything coated in that sauce. By turning the pressure cooker onto saute, what you're doing is you're going to caramelize up just a little bit the barbecue sauce mixture. Everything is already hot. Nothing needs to cook, but I find that just turning it on for a few minutes until you're ready to serve it just does good. Okay, I'm ready to dive in, but I just wanted to show you up close so you could see. As I mentioned, my family loves to enjoy this as an appetizer. It's a Sunday afternoon snack for us. It's a game night treat. It's a 4th of July party event or a New Year's Eve appetizer. We make this year round and we love it. I can't wait to dive in. Now this is hot, so don't bite in too fast. It's as good as I remember. My favorite are the pineapple because I love the burst of all the juices when it gets into your mouth. It's a fun combination to eat with a meatball or a weenie or just by itself. Don't forget the weenies. They're excellent. Now, a few more things. This recipe can be easily doubled. This is a wonderful size for a small group. But if you have boys like I do who just want to eat and eat and eat, then make sure to double this recipe. There's plenty of room in a 6-quart Instapot to do this, or in an 8, you'll be fine. This size does work well in a 3-quart, so you can make it in a smaller 3-quart too. Okay, one more thing. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below. I've included a link to this recipe in the description for you, along with all my other social channels. So make sure you follow along, watch, leave me a comment if you've made this. Tell me what party you used it for and how everybody loved it. Can't wait to hear. See you all. Bye. These are perfect. Perfect. We are done. There's plenty of Hi, I'm Rebecca from DevourDinner.com, and today we're going to be making Hawaiian meatballs. Meatballs. I totally messed that up.